Hello, everybody. This is Jun Yamamoto. Uh, Here, I'm gonna give you a short lecture on stock valuations. This is series number one. Uh, I plan to give you a bunch of short lectures, one lecture within 10 minutes, hopefully. And the purpose of this lecture to explain to you on DDM. Dividend discount model. Dividend discount model deals with not only rate of return or growth, annual growth rate, but also it deals with risk of capital, rate of risk. With this, DDM differentiates itself against other conventional valuation tools such as PE or PP, multiples, PP, book values, because they only deals with, they think about a lot on rate of return. However, they do not care about risks. So this is my motivation to give you DDM lecture. But DDM is a relatively complicated concept. So I need to give you preparation short courses at least 5 or 4 times, 4 or 5 times. Today, I give you growth. How do we calculate growth specifically? And very shortly, mainly we have 2 types of growth rate. Annual growth rate. One is GS, simple rate of growth, simple growth rate. And secondly, compound. And sorry. Compound and simple, right? You might hear what simple and what compound they are. And here's some notations for you. So to calculate growth, what do we need? We need at least 4 informations. I would write ij, xj, sorry, xi, xj, and here index I and j, they're integers. Give you information on years or time, in other words. And j is greater than I. For example, when are we? We are in 2020. For example, j would be 2020 and I would be 2010. So times this If J is 2020 this year and R is 10 years ago, 2010, difference between J and I would be 10. And more typically, we call uh, J minus I equals M, investment time horizon. So investment. Investment time horizon. So we only need this information to calculate GS and GC compound. Right. So our time is limited and your time is precious. So you don't have to waste your time. So let's have to calculate our simple rate. We do this. Okay. Terminal value xj over n starting value of xi equals 1 plus j minus I gs. Okay. In other words, as I mentioned before, these j minus I things are n. Okay. Okay. On the other hand, compound rate definition would be this. Sorry. Okay. Definition. Okay. Ending value of xj over I xi would be 1 plus g compound gc of n, right? And of course, j minus I. So it's this, okay, this, very different. So I will give you one example so that you can understand easily of these concepts. Right. So x0 and x10. Okay. J equals 10. So which is n. Right. So what's GS and GC? Please calculate this by using the definition. Okay. Answers. I'd like to give you the answers in GS. But GS 10 equals. Sorry. I'm sorry. I need to give you values. So here we set x0 equals 1 and x10 equals 20. So okay, too big. Okay. So it becomes 10 times in 10 years. So it's a huge growth rate. And to expect, we expect large rate of growth from this information with x01 and x10. So what's GS? 10 equals, okay, sorry, xj, xi, 1 plus n gs. Okay, then j is 10 and I is 0, and 10 over 1 is 10, and 1 plus n is 10, and gs, right? So what's gs? gs, 10 gs goes 9, like gs 0.9. So 90%. 90% is a huge number. So what's this compound next? Okay. G compound. So 10 equals G compound. So okay. To the 10th power. Okay. So the 10th root of 10 equals 1 plus GC. So GC would be 10th root of 10 minus 1 equals. What 10th root of 10? In other words, these things. This by calculator something like 1.27. 0.27. So we got the result of GS is 0.9 while GC is 0.27. Look at that huge difference between GS and GC. So now we can show you how can we use these results. Why we assume, why do we calculate growth rate? Because we might be able to adopt these GS and GC for future valuation. So let's estimate. Okay, x15 and x30 by using both GS and G compound. Okay, please calculate these 4 values. What would be x15 with GS and x15 with GC and respectively x30? Okay, that's it for now, and see you next time. Goodbye.